Hello, boys and girls. I've got three books to read to you today. The first one is Harry the Dirty Dog, and the next two books are a little bit easier to read. In fact, I'll bet a lot of you can read them. You might even be able to read this one. So I'll start out now. Harry the Dirty Dog. Harry the Dirty Dog by Margaret Graham. Harry was a white dog with black spots who liked everything except getting a bath. So one day when he heard the water running in the tub, he took the scrubbing brush and buried it in the backyard. Then he ran away from home. He played where they were fixing the street and got very dirty. He played at the railroad and got even dirtier. He played tag with other dogs and became dirtier still. He slid down a coal chute and got the dirtiest of all. In fact, he changed from a white dog with black spots to a black dog with white spots. Although there were many other things to do, Harry began to wonder if his family thought that he had really run away. He felt tired and hungry too, so without stopping on the way, he ran back home. When Harry got to his house, he crawled through the fence and sat looking at the back door. One of the family looked out and said, "There's a strange dog in the backyard. By the way, has anyone seen Harry?" When Harry heard this, he tried very hard to show them he was Harry. He started to do all his old clever tricks. He flip-flopped and flop-flipped. He rolled over and played dead. He danced and sang. He did these tricks over and over again, but everyone shook his head and said, "Oh no, it couldn't be Harry." Harry gave up and walked slowly toward the gate, but suddenly he stopped. He ran to the corner of the garden and started to dig furiously. Soon he jumped away from the hole, barking short, happy barks. He'd found the scrubbing brush, and carrying it in his mouth, he ran into the house. Up the stairs he dashed, with his family following close behind. He jumped into the bathtub and sat up begging, with the scrubbing brush in his mouth, a trick he certainly had never done before. "The little doggy wants a bath," cried the little girl, and her father said, "Why don't you and your brother give him one?" Harry's bath was the soapiest one he'd ever had. It worked like magic. As soon as the children started to scrub, they began shouting, "Mommy, Daddy, look, come quick. It's Harry, it's Harry, it's Harry," they cried. Harry wagged his tail and was very, very, very happy. His family combed and brushed him lovingly, and he became once again a white dog with black spots. It was wonderful to be home after dinner. Harry fell asleep in his favorite place, happily dreaming of how much fun it had been getting dirty. He slept so soundly he didn't even feel the scrubbing brush hidden under his pillow. And there's the scrubbing brush right there. That's the story of Harry the Dirty Dog. Now this next one is it's a story too, but it's a little bit easier. And if you're just learning to read, this is one of the easier ones to learn. And it is called Johnny Appleseed by Jane Crutz. He drops the seed. Oh, wait a minute. Sorry. Who is that walking by the Ohio? Apple-loving Johnny. Yes, Johnny Appleseed. He carries a bag, he carries a hoe. He digs a hole by his left big toe. He drops the seed into the hole. He pats the soft black bed. Apple-loving Johnny, yes, Johnny Appleseed. He carries a bag full of baby trees. People ask, "May I have one, please?" "What do you have to trade?" says he. "Will you take a pan?" "Yes." "Will you take a ham?" "Yes." "Will you take a shirt?" "Yes." "Will you take some dirt?" "Yes." Who is that walking by the Ohio? Apple-loving Johnny. Yes, Johnny Appleseed. He hands something shiny to a hopping girl. The girl bites in and says, "Oh, sweet." Nobody cares that his clothes are funny. Nobody chuckles at his big bare feet. Clap your hands for Johnny. Clap your hands for Johnny Chaplin. Clap your hands for Johnny Appleseed. And that's an easy story of Johnny Appleseed. And here is another book by Dr. Seuss called ABC. And this book helps us learn our ABCs. Big A, little a, what begins with A? Auntie Annie's alligator, A. Big A, little B. Big B, little b. What begins with B? Barber, baby, bubbles, and bumblebee. Big C, a little c. What begins with C? Camel from the ceiling, C. Big D, little d. David Donald Do, dreaming a dozen donuts and a ducky boat and a ducky dog too. A, B, C, D, E. Ear, egg, apple, E. And there is an elephant. Big F, little f. F, F, F. Four fluffy feathers on a fiffy, feffer, feff. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Goat, girl, goo, goo, goggles. G, G, G. Big H, little h. Hungry horse hay. Hen in a hat. Hooray, hooray. Big I, little I. I. Ichabod is itchy. So am I. Big J, little j. What begins with J? Jerry Jordan's jelly jar and jam begin that way. And there's JJ, JJ. Jerry Jordan. Big K, little K, kitten kangaroo. Kick a kettle kite and a king's kerchoo. Kerchoo. Big L, little L. Little Lola Lop. Left leg lazy lion licks a lollipop. Big M, little m, many mumbling mice and making midnight music in the moonlight mighty nice. There's the mice. Big N, little n, what begins with those? 9 new neckties and a nightshirt and a nose. O is very useful. You use it when you say, Oscar's only ostrich oiled an orange owl today. And there's the owl getting oiled. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. Painting pink pajamas, policeman in a pail, Peter Pepper's puppy, and now Papa's in the pail. Big Q, little q. What begins with Q? The quick queen of Quincy and her quacking quackaroo. There she is. Big R, little r. Rosie Robin Ross. Rosie's going riding on her red rhinoceros. Big S, little s, silly Sammy Slick, sipping 6 sodas and got sick. T, 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 T. What begins with T? 10 tired turtles on a turtle tree. There they are. Big U, little u, what begins with U? Uncle Yuba's umbrella and his underwear, too. Big V, little v, Vera Violet Vin is very, very, very awful on her violin. WWW. Willie Waterloo washes Warren Wiggins, who is washing Waldo Woo. X is very useful if your name is Nixie Knox. It also comes in handy when spelling axe and extra fox. Big Y, little y, a yawning yellow yak. Young Yolanda Jorgensen is yelling on his back. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Big Z, little z. What begins with Z? I do. I am a Zizer, Zazzer, Zuz, as you can plainly see. And that is the whole alphabet. Thanks for listening. See you again next time. Bye-bye.